Tenebrosa tonight, but be sure and find out all the good information at Sooner Politics and also on constitutional.org there.
Constitutional grounds.
Constitutional grounds, thank you.
Got a Biden moment there, didn't you?
Are you both? Are you both?
It's not about the.
Yes.
It's about the truth, not about facts.
Yeah.
So they're both .orgs. Soonerpolitics.org
and constitutionalgrounds.com.
.com.
I think you can get there also by .org.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, he's on Main Street downtown on that little side avenue where the cheap real estate is. The .orgs, you know. Yeah.
I use a small bucket.
Where all the
to raise the money.
nonprofits live, you know.
We got one more.
We're non-profit. We haven't made nothing.
Good night's sleep for a good night's profit.
Yeah.
We're one more to get out.
Yeah,
Anything
let's
else?
talk about that because that's an interesting.
We got a little local story on the new Tulsa scooter laws.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an update.
I know.
Yeah, because
you do.
I love the scooters. I can hardly get them when they go by.
You can't take your grandkids on them anymore.
Now let's bring up to date because last spring, remember, a mom and her kids were playing on Riverside Drive at night, and mom bails out to save herself. Meanwhile, her kid becomes one with the asphalt and is dead. And then she is let out of jail to go to her son's funeral, and meanwhile she decides, I'm heading to Mexico, which is last we've heard of her. Okay,
she's still
loving mother, right? And so out of that came us, we got to make this illegal for kids to be on scooters, mind you. Oklahoma law, motorcycle. You know how soon you can get a motorcycle, not permit, license?
16.
14. But you can't ride a scooter till you're 16 if GT Bynum gets his way.
So now here's the question. So motorcycle, you're saying a motorcycle license?
License.
A license. No, okay. You guys all know that I am death on licensure, but this is part of the reason why it's all arbitrary. They make everything up as they go, and it serves absolutely no purpose in fact. So the question is, for the 14-year-olds that have their motorcycle license, can they drive on the street?
Absolutely.
But if you're in a four-wheel vehicle, you can't.
Right, 16 is the minimum age on that.
Okay.
You know, but no, we're not even talking permit. We're talking actual license.
Start thinking about these things, folks, because there's reasons that and these are just pointers to that make my point, or make our founders' point actually, that we have rights. Those rights cannot be prohibited and then licensed back to us.
Right.
And the reason is that we get into tyranny because tyranny is absolutely being arbitrary on whatever comes. And now we're talking with Tulsa. They don't want anybody under 16 to be on the scooters. Now, here's the thing. If they're making a law for everybody, then you can't be on a scooter in general. That's one thing.
Yeah.
If they are making that for their scooters that the city owns, if they're city-owned scooters, then they can dictate who gets on the scooter.
But if the city has an interest in them, even as like getting a car or something like that.
Well, no. Then they might be able to dictate it as sort of as a private party.
But I'll give you an example though. I mean, I went to Mayfest. My oldest son was performing there at Guthrie Green, the main stage, and I was like, yeah, I want to get there. And they said, wow, we got shuttles coming from TCC on the south side of downtown. Get there, there's no shuttles. And I parked there, and I'm like, there is no parking up there. And I'd already dropped my wife off, couldn't get a parking spot. So I'm almost a mile away. And I go over to see these kids at TCC. I said, hey, man, tell me how these scooters work. Man, they got me set up, pulled the credit card out, downloaded the app, and got on it. And I'm booming up, Boston Avenue, get there. And it was great. Yeah. There are some valid reasons to have those scooters. The whole thing cost me $1.40.
Oh, my.
It's going to be a horrible
I didn't realize
thing.
it was that cheap.
Yes.
Oh,
If
wow.
they lower the price of the scooters, then they're going to create a black market with these youngsters selling intellectual knowledge to the old guys like you trying to ride a scooter.
You know,
Scary.
That's an interesting take on
I mean, look at, you
black
know,
market.
you're
And,
not-
and how do you have a
Kids
black
hanging out next to the scooters and
Tom,
stuff.
how do you have a black market in a free society?
You know, I don't ask.
You
them.
know, just
I don't know.
On a bigger level,
So-
are any of us really free, David?
Oh, David. David.
lawfully speaking, we are. But so here's my question: is is the plan to prohibit everybody under 16 from being on there? Or they were also talking about you can't double up, so you can't tandem. And it's like, are they then going to also outlaw tandem bicycles? You know, to
Yeah,
kind of
I
keep
know.
things synonymous.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
and what constitutes a scooter as defined in this? My
It's
guess.
all stupid.
Can we
Here's
cut
my-
out some PDA too? Because
Yeah, there we go. My guess is they're going to say within the interdispersal loop of downtown, they're probably going to just do it because kids in their neighborhood cul-de-sac. Come on, Tom.
Well, they already mandate that they wear,
I got the
wear
heat
helmets,
Yeah.
yeah,
which we grew up
that's a hat
without.
law.
Yeah, and actually, no, nobody's got helmets wearing these scooters. Actually, they tell you
Yeah.
because their lawyers say must wear a helmet when you're doing this, and nobody's wearing a helmet.
I think the scooter should be controlled by the mother who has like an Xbox controller. Gotcha.
Well, the
Oh,
thing
there it
is that if you have young kids, because I
I
think
do.
the idea is that they are supposed, if they're below a certain age, they're immature and less responsible. I think that what you have is you have to put that back on the parents. If you have
Yeah.
underage children,
Yeah.
then it's up to the parents to be responsible. You hold the parents responsible, and you know what? Then the kids are held responsible via the parents.
Yeah.
There are ways to do this that do not violate other people's law-abiding citizens' rights, law-abiding children's rights.
Yeah.
Okay, because of the immaturity and foolishness of others.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
glad to see people actually going to Mexico and finding sanctuary cities down there, you know? So,
I didn't think those scooters could go that far, but I guess.
but anyway, yeah, it's, you know, the scooters, if done right, they can really be a handy thing for getting around downtown. They really
I
can
love
be.
the scooters.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, and I've done it once, and like I said, they're actually pretty cheap.
Yeah, I think it's a cool thing that we have in today's society that we didn't have before. Anything else before we close it out?
No, that's it. D'Ambroso, get your butt back here next week.
D'Ambroso raising a family.
Hope everything's going well.
Tom McKay here with 3D Politics, David Van, David Oldham, and we will see you next week at 7 p.m. for our next episode of 3D Politics. Thanks for tuning in.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.